Hi, I want to talk to you a little bit about what are the three things that clients need to do to ensure a successful VMS implementation. This is a topic near and dear to our heart because we've been actually working with a lot of clients that have either implemented a VMS and trying to get that program up and running, or approached us to do an RFP for a VMS and make the right selection. So here are three things that are absolutely critical. This is going to save you a lot of heartache down the road to ensure a successful VMS implementation. Number one, have the right stakeholders involved from the beginning. Finance, technology, HR, procurement, high volume users to build the right requirements. And what do you want this technology to do, and who is it serving? What are the integration points? Not having these people involved at the beginning causes a lot of problems. You're going to have misunderstandings around the processes, invoicing, etc. And another piece that's really important is to have someone, at least one person on your team, with specific contingent workforce management program knowledge. Not recruitment, not talent acquisition, certainly great as stakeholders, but they don't really have the background to understand what it takes to build and deploy a successful contingent workforce program. So this is going to save you a lot of pain and suffering down the road. Have the right services model in place to leverage the VMS to get the improved supplier management, optimization, process efficiency, quality control, cost savings, data strategy, advanced talent supply chain strategy with direct sourcing models. Not doing this is like buying a Ferrari with no driver, right? And by the way, those of you managing your programs internally without a VMS, this is the equivalent of buying a Ferrari and a driver who just got their license. So the resources and processes that you have in place today that got you where you are will be overrun by the velocity and capability of the technology. You really need to level up your service model, not necessarily with an MSP, but kind of like an internally managed program 2.0. Your services team, at a minimum wrapped around the VMS, should have an experienced program lead, program consultant to run day-to-day activities in the VMS, a tech solution architect to not only implement the VMS but continuously optimize it, a business analyst to build your data strategy, a talent supply strategist for not only supplier optimization and supplier performance, but workforce mix, bringing in different sources of talent supply, direct sourcing, independent consultant management. There's a lot of your best talent now that are solopreneurs, and this is the only way they want to work. They want to work as independent consultants. Ensuring you have that right workforce mix, ensuring you have the right contract legal support, and someone to manage the supplier invoicing and payments. And this is going to be a little bit controversial, but skip the RFP process. Skip the RFP process when selecting a VMS. I know some of you procurement folks, this is going to be a little bit controversial, but it's a total waste of time. It's also going to take up time that you could be spending to truly evaluate your VMS provider. It's labor intensive, it's expensive to administer, and it's not really going to tell you what you need to know. What is more effective is to do an end-to-end assessment of your existing alternative workforce strategy current state. So this means looking at ICs, contractors, consultants, what do your end-to-end processes look like, cost savings targets, supplier and vendor payments, automation opportunities. Then have a short list of VMS providers. If you have a global program, it's a very short list, and have them come in and do a targeted demo around those assessment requirements that you built, because not only is it going to be they'll be able to kind of connect to what your pain is and how to solve it, but you've already begun the process to build the requirements that are going to ensure a successful VMS implementation. Have them come in and explain how they're going to solve that pain, what are their change management processes, what are other talent tools that they collaborate with to extend and expand your talent supply chain strategy, i.e. direct sourcing providers. And then ask them to bring a company profile, client base, some of their baseline RFP financials. They can make that part of the presentation. So that's it. I hope that was helpful. If you'd like to learn more, or if you're looking to bring on a VMS provider or have implemented a VMS and struggling to kind of get the program up and running, we would be happy to have a conversation with you. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of the day.